Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go. Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down. Hatchet, hatchet.
Check.
Check nickel.
Shift.
First down, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
3 down. He's checking. Crash.
Now Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt, with 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
First carry for Nick Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Squeeze, double.
King. Slam.
On third down, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
180. 44. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous.
Check. Crunch. Check 3.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the backer.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in Week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got 3.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Check 15. Hey, alert 33. Hey, orbit.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Check. Check.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
Hurry, hurry.
They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
At the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check safety, check safety. Watch the safety creep.
Now Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Even. 4th down, even.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Kings!
From the 39, Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Hey!
Check 24. Watch 24. Bang, 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 bang. Chef. Switch.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking deep in the direction of Abdullah. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Jim. Under 10. 10.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. And Eifert has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Touch the outlaw.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
3 down.
Jackson down to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Run. Real.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 43-yard line.
Good. 180. 36. Hurry. You think you won't get this?
Mayfield on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Intended for Amir Abdullah. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 36.
Hey, alert. Check 25.
Here's Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right on the 30. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Check your hot read. Check 31. Check
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set, 180, up.
Right. He's telling right here. He's telling to the right. We got 4. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Point it right.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check.
Check 13.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's complete. It's Green here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Chubb, and that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Everyone, you got four down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. He gets this one to Boyd. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Chubb on the counter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Switch.
Alert!
49, check 49.
Slam.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Single receiver.
Jackson on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, we got four.
Jackson going to throw again. Finding Green complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's third down.
Ready. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
We got 4.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, he's got Green. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Mixon. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Regular.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Hatchet. Heel.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. Check nickel.
A draw play for Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.